Wingrove looked like he's like the mysterious X-Man.
What's up? That's why I was looking at the.
He's like Batman over here.
Looking for some houses, man. Looking for some houses.
All right, so I'm recording. So what's let me see what Dorian gives me his attention, so I can find out what he's been doing to get his pipeline so full. So whenever you want to bless us with your attention, that would be great.
No, I'm finishing up this little thing I'm not making. I'm done basically.
See, what he's doing is he's focused on all of the processes that he needs to be focused on, and he's so focused he can't even take time away from what he's doing to focus on this interview.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just totally focused with a capital F. Capital F.
So
All right.
So first, let's start off by saying, like, just explain your pipeline right now. What do you have in terms of like leads coming in, deals under contract, stuff that's pending, stuff that's close, and that's ready to go to closing?
All right. So right now I've got six deals that are under contract.
Mm-hmm.
One that closed last Friday, no, the Friday before last.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got a total of 13 active clients.
Mm-hmm.
Of all of those clients, there are actually 14 active clients. Out of all those clients, 3 of them are commercial,
mm-hmm.
rentals,
mm-hmm.
And one of the commercial rentals are under contract. The other 2 are still in the process of looking. And then on the residential side, I've got about 6 that are under contract and 4 that are pre-approved.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 3 that are pre-approved and 1 is a listing that's active.
So how many deals have you closed so far this year?
So far this year, I've only closed 2.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why is because the first quarter of the year, I was doing a whole bunch of like ramping up so that I could build my pipeline.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really have anything to carry me into this year.
Mm-hmm.
So January 1st of 2016, my pipeline was like at the most 2-3 people, 1 person, 2 people really, and 1 I'm not even working with anymore.
Right. So basically, within the last, say, 90 days, it took you 90 days to get to. Where did you see your efforts start to convert? So, did it take you 30 days to get leads and to get a pipe? Did it take you 60 days?
No,
90 days?
Really, it kind of started over the last, I'd say like 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say like the first 90 to 120 days of the year, it took to kind of build this pipeline that I have now.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to, initially back in January, we had a sales meeting that was online that we wanted to project our annual or gross income.
Mm-hmm.
And based on what I wanted to reach by December of this year,
Mm-hmm.
there were a certain amount of deals that I had to close, residential at a certain price point.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way that I knew I could get to that was to diversify like my marketing technique. So over the past 3.5 months, I started using Zillow, paying more per month to attract buyer leads. Craigslist has come through for me. I was really consistent with doing posts and renewing all the posts that I've made with commercial and residential. I've got probably about like five deals out of my pipeline are all from Craigslist, and all of them are under contract. And that's about it. I mean, I've gotten a referral from a loan officer, but besides the one referral, everything has either come from Zillow, Craigslist, or a referral from a previous client.
All right. And then what about time as far as hours per week, working hours? I mean, what's that look like for you?
Honestly, I can't even track it. I probably should be tracking like the amount of hours that I dedicate towards building my pipeline and building a funnel, but it kind of just runs together. So usually like my day from Monday to Friday looks like, I'm working from about 8 in the morning to about 6:30, 7-ish. So I'm usually putting in about 10 hours a day throughout the week. And then on the weekends, I kind of like schedule a lot of my showings then. And then if I have to write a contract up. So usually I probably put in about 10 hours total over the weekend, and then 10 every day throughout the weekday. So about 60 hours a week.
All right. So do you think that over the course of time, you'll be able to reduce the amount of hours and still get the same results? Or are you just putting in a lot of hours now because you're getting a lot of deals in and you're just trying to catch up?
Right now, I think it's a combination of both. I'm getting a lot of deals in, but I was at the same time trying to ramp up the amount of deals that I had. So the plan is to not necessarily work less hours, but dedicate more hours to servicing the leads that are coming in rather than trying to get them. So I'm thinking of what I am going to start putting some more money into the Zillow leads that's been working for me. And I mean, yeah, that's basically it.
All right. And so what do you said you started off with a goal for the year. What was your goal for the year?
I wanted to gross 200,000 in commission, and that broke down into roughly 26, 27 residential deals on an average of $200,000 sales transaction size.
All right. And then, so where are you now as far as in relation to hitting your goal?
I'm just past half that mark. So I've actually got 13 residential deals and then 3 commercial deals. So total there's 15 on the table in the pipeline. About a little over a quarter of that. I mean, a little over a third of that is about to close within the next couple months. And yeah, I'm just about almost halfway there.
Okay.
In as far as a pipeline is concerned.
So we just finished. We're entering the second quarter, so you're not even at halfway, and you're halfway for the year, roughly. So
yeah, the plan is to make a big push towards the end, because I'm noticing what's working, so I'm about to double down on the efforts that I see reaping benefits.
Okay. So, what would you? All right. So, how long have you been like? When did it click? Because obviously, something had to click. So, what was it that made the difference? Where did you shift? And it seems like you stopped being passive and started to be active. So, what was that all about?
It was really about myself, to be honest. I kind of sat around for like the first year and a half learning all that I could.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I had goals for myself, but they weren't really things that I was thinking about every day and striving for.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say like the beginning of the year, like when, there's a whole lot of things that play a part into the different level of focus that I have right now.
Mm-hmm.
But really it came down to what I felt I wanted to do, or, being able to reach goals that I set for myself. And I was just tired of talking about what I wanted to do and what I thought I should do, and just really started doing it. And for like the first 20, probably the first 2 or 3 weeks, it really was just me brainstorming and thinking about different things that I could do, trying all sorts of things that didn't really work, that I thought would help me, but it didn't. But that time frame really kind of helped me realize what would work,
Mm-hmm.
to be able to reach my goal, and what wouldn't. And I think that's important too.
So do you see a direct correlation between your marketing efforts now and the results of your pipeline starting to build?
What was that? I'm sorry. It was breaking up a little bit.
See a direct proportional correlation between your marketing efforts and the results that you have in your pipeline?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
You think you could have one without the other?
Not unless you have somebody just giving you deals for free all the time.
Right. So the most important, it seems like, what's the most important part of your day?
The most important part of my day?
Yeah.
The most important part of my day, I would say, would be probably the beginning and the end.
Mm-hmm. So what does your day look like? Walk me through, like, what is it leave at like 6:37?
I can't really hear you.
I think we all have to mute our line.
I think it's probably Batman. Batman got his mic on and rough right now. It's probably better than
Is it me?
probably was. Yeah.
Mute. Yeah, there you go. Mute the mic.
Yeah. So yeah, walk me through what your day looks like from morning until evening in general. What are some of the things you do, and how much time you generally spend doing it?
Well, I get up probably around 7-ish, and I try to get to the office no later than 8. From 8 to 9, I check emails, make sure all my Craigslist posts are up to date and published,
Mm-hmm.
and just follow up with emails that have come in from the previous evening,
Mm-hmm.
or just ones that I haven't gotten to yet. When 9 o'clock hits, I'm reaching out to potential leads that came in over the past week or so, via email or cell phone. Maybe probably even call them. I mean, text them sometimes. Some people prefer that.
Mm-hmm.
And as of probably like the last 4 to 5 weeks, I really just been showing properties from anywhere from 11 in the day to about 4 p.m. And when I get back, either following up on any contracts that I have active and, reaching out to any other professionals that I'm working with that are working on my active deals.
Mm-hmm. So it's a combination of marketing, outbound every day in the morning, following up on inbound responses, and then kind of servicing the folks that you already have in the pipeline. And then at the end of the day, closing out on this stuff that you need to wrap up.
Yep.
Right. So you think that you could have been here quicker? So try to give folks a shortcut if they want a pipeline and they're like, okay, what do I do? What would be your recommendation? How would you give someone a shortcut as to get the same results?
I don't think there's a shortcut.
Mm-hmm. It is what it is. You got to put the work in, right?
I was been trying to figure out that shortcut for like a year.
I was about to say, I know my son, and if he could figure out the shortcut, he would have already figured out the shortcut.
So bottom line is you gotta put the work in.
Yeah, basically.
It's a grind, right?
Yep, but it's a J. Cole line that he uses in one of his songs where he says beauty in the struggle. I mean, I really like doing real estate. Mm-hmm. So the whole grinding aspect of it, it's enjoyable and it's rewarding because, it's something tangible you could look back at and just say, well, 4 months ago, I was nowhere near what I'm doing right now. Mm-hmm. And it's overwhelming at times, but it's something that is manageable and it's okay to deal with. It's a good problem to have.
All right. So if you continue on the trajectory, you'll probably hit 200 grand gross. Right?
Yeah, definitely. I might. I don't want to try to boost anything or try to get beyond or beside myself. But right now I'm kind of paying attention to everything I've been doing the past 4 months mm-hmm. and what has been working for me. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you played blackjack or 21, but usually when you see cards that come out mm-hmm. that, it's like a favorable hand where you're going to win and you're going to beat the dealer. Mm-hmm. You double down on it. Mm-hmm. I'm about to double down, put more time and more energy and more effort and more money into what's been working for me mm-hmm. so that my profits and everything is more than, what I've been doing. So I'm about to invest more time and more effort and money into what I know has been working so I can reap better results.
All right. So this is your third year, right?
Yeah.
So you figure your third year, if you gross about 200K, that's about right.
Yeah.
All right. So your first 2 years, you basically were starving.
My first year, I closed, I want to say 2 deals. Mm-hmm. But those 2 deals were deals that I got on my own. Mm-hmm. They weren't referred to me. They weren't handed nothing. I cold called somebody and got a listing. Mm-hmm. But it was more of a learning experience. I had no goals or nothing set like that. I was really just learning. But yeah, I was basically starving. In my second year, I just knew I wanted to do more business. but I think I grossed like 30,000
Mm-hmm.
before commission splits and all that.
Mm-hmm.
That was last year.
Mm-hmm. And this year, this became real for you.
Yeah, because I got things that I want to do.
Right. You think you could have did this your first year if you would have had the same approach?
Yeah, definitely.
So what? So why didn't you?
It's lazy.
All right. So, how old are you now?
25.
Okay, you're 25.
He said lazy.
25, right? And you're what? 3 years out of college, roughly.
Yep.
And
Almost.
and actually, you got to mention that you're doing this while you're going to school. So you're still in school.
Yeah, I'm in grad school.
And how close are you to finishing grad school?
I got like a semester and a half.
And then you get your master's in what?
Commercial real estate.
So what you're doing is actually working hand in hand with what you're learning. Is it helping you?
Oh yeah, it's helping me a lot in my it's helping me in all aspects of working my deals, from negotiations to understanding certain type of terminology, to being able to analyze certain type of deals. It's a whole lot that goes into.
So when you first started, did you sort of have a vision as to, okay, 3 years, this is where I'm going to be at, or it just kind of evolved?
I talked about wanting to financially be at a certain point by the time I was 30.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't have like a plan as to how I was going to do it. I didn't really think about how my business was going to evolve.
Mm-hmm.
I was really just trying to learn as much as I can.
Mm-hmm.
And I spent a good amount of time doing my first couple years was really trying to find out if there was a shortcut in getting as much money as possible. Like, I put a whole bunch of time in trying to find shortcuts.
Mm-hmm.
That's
okay, because we all do it, right? We don't want to do the hard stuff and the stuff that you don't enjoy, which is sometimes the marketing piece, right?
Yeah.
If I could just deal with closing deals all day, life would be really gravy, but it ain't like that. I think the next part is, once you get to a certain point, then you can start to have your marketing stuff systematized so that you don't have to do every little piece of it, right?
Yep.
Yeah. That's cool. Right. So, I just wanted to pick your brain to find out what was working, what wasn't, working, what made you shift. And I see that you're having a lot of activity, and I see that your pipeline is building up. So I want to at least be able to share that with everybody else. You know what I mean? And if there was anything you want to say as far as like tips or encouragement, what would that be?
I mean, everybody that is under this JNA umbrella, I mean, we're all like a family. So I feel like everybody should be having a crazy pipeline and closing a crazy amount of deals. I mean, even if you work full time, there should be a certain amount of, work that you can put into real estate to achieve your goals. I know I don't have the same goals or type of goals as everybody else. But whatever it is that you want to accomplish, you definitely can do it. Like, all you got to do is just figure out what works for you and what you're willing to do.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's cool.
And I'm here to help with whatever, questions, whatever.
All right. Wingrove, Antoinette, y'all got anything else you want to ask D?
I guess I'm curious to know, do you dream about real estate, and is it always on your mind all day?
Recently it has been, just because I've been so busy. I like have dreams about certain situations I'm dealing with throughout any one of my deals. Recently it has been, not all since I started it wasn't, but after I started dealing with all these issues and having to tend to certain people and cater to certain situations, yeah, it has been on my mind a lot.
So you bring up a point that I think is also important. With the activity comes issues, and this is a service business. So a lot of what you're doing is brokering and helping people to get to their goal of buying a home or selling a home. And it's just not as simple as, we found the house, here you go. We found the buyer, here you go. Have you recognized what type of things, or what type of approaches, or what process do you feel that folks need as they go through this process to deal with the issues? Because I know personally for me, you have to have a lot of patience. And when it comes to pipeline and all of the things that we want to see pending commission, there's also people's lives. How do you kind of deal with or balance sort of, okay, I know I want to close the deal, but there are these hurdles, and I've got to deal with the people and different personalities and a loan officer and title company. Did you find that you had to sort of learn how to manage all of that?
Yeah, like what's been helping me recently is not really focusing too much on the contract deadline, and focusing on when I'm supposed to be closing and how much money it's going to be. And because if what I've have experienced is, I mean, if you just tackle the obstacle that's in front of you at that very moment, and there may be one after that, one after that, one after that, it'll just get you to the finish line.
Yep.
And I don't know, it'll allow you to like be honest, and not honest in the sense of truth or fiction, but honest in the sense of really being able to focus on the obstacle in front of you, get it done properly, because if you don't, it'll become an even bigger issue.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, just really focusing on whatever is in front of me at the moment.
Okay, that's good. Very good.
All right. So good. I just wanted to pick your brain, and congratulations to you for at least getting to this point. Halfway is good, and I'll check in with you again when you get closer to your goal, and I'll keep checking in with you. And then what I think is good to share successes, and sometimes that's things that people can take as little tidbits that they can implement into their own business. That's good. So again, congrats. Keep moving. Keep doing what you're doing. And I see you. I see you.
Appreciate that.
All right, Wingrove, you look like Batman over there in stealth costume. Can't see nothing.
Nah, I'm here. I'm listening.
All right, Wingrove's next. He's
He's going.
He's following right behind Dorian.
He just got his license, and he has like a nice pipeline as well. So, I mean,
he's the X-Man over there in the corner. Can't see his face. I'm gonna have to have a special recording with the stealth bomber. Anyway,
I'm just trying to maintain. That's all.
You will. All right. I mean, look, you're still within your first year, and you're already doing a lot.
You're doing much better than you're doing very good.
Definitely like rookie of the year. You ain't franchised yet, but you're on your way. All right.
Well.
All right, cool. I'm gonna hang up. All right.
All right, keep up the good work.
All right.